Crying over guys who weren't even paying bills? Ghetto! Crying over guys who weren't even doing anything for you?
Yeah, I can't watch that anymore. Just the world is so freaking weird, bro. Since I'm waiting for my buddy to show up for a group ride, I thought it'd be really funny if we read some secret DMs. This is the first one I got of the day. It says, I feel bad right now. # send biceps. This person says she is so hot and cool. I'm assuming they're talking about the BMW S1000 right there. Come on, can't the Ducati get some love too? At least the S1K is white this time. Good to see you riding faster bikes after your crash. Listen, the BMW white is cool. I will say the paint quality of that was a lot higher than the black one I had, but there was just something cool about having a blacked out bike. I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. Yo man, I think you live in San Marcos. I do not live in San Marcos. I don't live out here in California. I'm just out here visiting. This is all just for fun because the riding weather out here is a lot better than back home right now. Stay around from the S1K, buys an S1K. I did not buy a BMW. I did not buy another BMW. Please don't get that twisted. While I'm out here in California, a very nice viewer gave me his to ride around and explore. I did not buy another one, but they are lovely bikes to ride, I will say. Happy New Year, man. Love watching your content. Definitely the best moto content creator right now. Keep up the work. I appreciate comments like this. I don't see these are really good and motivating and keep me to do what I keep doing. I just wanted to say thanks for everything you do. I love your content. You actually inspired me to start liking motorcycle. The more people that like motorcycles, the cheaper and more accessible that my hobby becomes. If I can get 1 million people more into motorcycles, 20% of those people are going to buy motorcycles that probably wouldn't have. And the more people that buy motorcycles, the cheaper they become because of market competition. The more gear options that become available, like everything becomes cheaper. Hobby economy, right? So I was supposed to meet the boys here at 12:30. It is currently 12:50. Nobody's here. As you can see from all these donuts and stuff, this is a stunt lot. This is professionally maintained. So this is a performance parking lot. As you can see, it's HRE. Let us do stunts here. This is totally allowed. Professional supervision, so no worries. I just saw the bike down here. I wanted to see what it was. You guys learning the ride or something?
Yeah, I am, but it died, so we're trying to kick.
It died? Yeah. Do you know how to bump start it?
No, that's what he's gonna do.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know how to. That's it.
You guys need help? I've done this before. Is it in gear?
I don't know.
Have you ever done it before?
He knows.
Do you know how to do it? Okay. You ready? Alright. That tire might be rough. Yeah, I could try it. Alright. Let's try it again. You ready? Ooh. This thing's really dead, dude. It's getting there though. We almost got it. We're gonna get it. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think it might need a new battery. That's all. It wants to turn over. I think it's just a battery, yeah. If you can't even get it to turn, I think it's just battery straight up. So, I mean, if you wire up a new battery, you can find it for like $50, cheapest. Okay, so if you take off the seat, you're gonna see the battery most likely, and that'll tell you. Damn, bro, you can hear it wants to run though. That's good. Yeah, I think if the battery is worn out, then even if it turns over, it's not gonna stay running. So it might just be a case of it needs a new battery, and then it should be all good. Yeah, if you go to like AutoZone or even Amazon might be your best friend with that. Find like a cheap battery, swap it in there, it probably will start right up and be no problem. Ah, well, we tried. You can tell we almost had it though. It was almost there. I thought they were like trying to learn the ride or something. They're trying to teach your buddy, which I mean, I guess they're kind of doing. But definitely that bike needs some love. All right, let me do what I was trying to do earlier. This bike is so terrifying, bro. It's got so much power for these little lots. I'm still learning to like slow down the wheelies and such. I'm like, I don't know. Here, let me turn off my ABS. That'll probably help me out a little bit. Okay, rear ABS off. No! She does that sometimes. I know power wheelies are supposed to be bad, but... Okay, we're getting higher. It's too chaotic. I love how easy this bike is to get up in the air, but trying to find balance point on this bike is so difficult. It feels like it's so far back compared to like my S1000, which was just like there. Yeah, I don't know, man. It feels so easy, like it's right there. Obviously, disclaimer, don't try any of this at home. This was done in a professional stunt lab by a semi-professional that is overseen by a crew of professionals. It's so easy to get this thing up in the air. That's what you have to... This bike is so easy to get up in the air. That's what you have to understand. But it's so difficult once it's up there to find balance point. On my S1000RR, I know this is bad practice and you probably shouldn't do this. Like, this is not advice whatsoever. My S1000, I wouldn't even cover the rear brake. That's how easy it was to control. You'd literally, like, third gear, like, and pop it up, and it would just stay there. Not a problem in the world. You wouldn't have to even touch the rear brake, bro. It's a lot easier than the S1K to get up in the air. I mean, this thing just pops up any gear, bro. You just go, wow, and it just comes right up. Problem is finding balance point on this bike, which I'm still working on. Bike, it has literally changed my life.
Can you put that camera down? Complaints about loud exhaust? Is that coming from you?
Welcome back, Highspeedhayden. There he goes. Woo! Finally, dude, a nice day out. It's been so miserable and cold this entire time. Dude, the same day I posted a video talking about how I'll never buy another S1000. S1K Rocket posts a video of him blowing up his... You saw that? But it's just problem after problem. God, look at that thing, dude. GT3 RS. Yeah. That's ridiculous, the color too.
Yeah, you're in the... This is the rich area.
No, this is Vista. This isn't that crazy, is it?
That's pretty nice of you.
I miss riding this bike, dude. This thing's so easy. Like, it literally is the best bike in the fucking world.
Oh, yeah, I gotta try that thing. I think that's
here, swap it out. Well, we gotta turn right here, but we should definitely swap out here in a second. Shoot. I think we actually...
We'll swap later.
I think we actually turned left here. No, let's swap right here.
Oh, okay.
We got time. Turn the bike off.
Yeah.
I've ridden one of these before. The thing is about going from this bike to that bike makes a lot less torque, so you do have to give it some throttle when coming off from a stoplight.
Okay.
Like, more than what you would think.
Yeah.
All the electronics are off, by the way, so no traction control, no wheel control. Sounds like skunk over here. It's smooth compared to your dirt bike, but compared to this, I'd say it's probably a little bit less smooth.
Just cruising. They're not going too slow either.
I want to go fast! So this is where you pop your leg up on the seat, give it a nice tuner. A little bit easier on that bike than it is on this one.
Yeah.
Here, we can split that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're in California, buddy.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. I noticed you love to get real far out in the intersection.
Yeah. Yeah, what's wrong with that? I mean, the car is kind of close behind me, so it's like, yeah, dude, it's dynamic between these two bikes is so different.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I want to sell my 07 though, because I'm like, this bike is just better. It does the exact same thing, but just way better. What is all this, like, mist? You see this, like...
It's been foggy lately.
It has been foggy. Dude, when I come home sometimes, I'm, like, getting rained on. Like, that's how dense the fog is.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And I kind of have this road memorized, so just tell me to slow down if you need me to.
That'll be good.
Dude, I've been ripping it through here. Woo! All right, let's get it through here. How you holding up? Oh, you're doing great. Yeah, dude, I swear I'm faster out here than I am on this bike than I am the S1K.
You think?
Oh, yeah. I just have so much more trust in this. Traction's way easier on this bike. I don't really know how to explain it. I'm gonna slow down here for a second. Do my thing. This is what I come home to every night, bro. This is like what I've been doing.
Sick.
It's pretty awesome. I mean, it takes me forever to get anywhere, but...
Yeah.
Alright, well, the dusty spot always throws me off. I'm like, I don't want to go full balls through that.
Yeah, it feels so weird doing turns on a naked bike.
Let me get you like an extra hoodie or something so that way you're nice and toasty.
Highspeedhayden reacts to a working S1000.
So fucking unicorn, brother.
So this is the S1000RR that was lent to me. Obviously been taking very good care of it, as I do. We're flexing an S1K Rocket right now. Flexing on you, S1K Rocket. Who else? What did you say earlier? Broke their M1000?
Oh, Rafa.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Pretty much
flexing.
Everybody who has an S1K I'm flexing on right now because everybody's had problems. This one I haven't had a single issue, not a single engine code, nothing. Dude who owns it must take care of, like, whatever he's doing, please keep fucking doing it because this thing's running great. Not gonna jinx it though.
So Eve just texted me. I haven't texted him all morning. I finally texted him back and I was like, oh, sorry, like we've been out riding, like I haven't been on my phone at all. You're like, That's okay, I just assumed you're out riding. Sounds like a small thing, but to me that's huge. It used to be like, oh, how about you text me more often? Or like, can you text me whenever you stop? Like, no, they're just like, they're cool. Like, they're...
See you later, shorty. I ain't doing all that. I really used to do that, and then I told her, I was like, listen, that ain't the type of guy I am, so I'm sorry. Just, yeah, don't expect that from me, dude.
I'm just saying, I'm not used to this. I'm like, this is kind of nice, bro. You know I'm filming right now, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about your background. Tell me, like, the full, like, where you came from, how you got to where you are today.
Alright, well, I grew up in San Jose, California. I was a good kid up until high school, and then I just started doing a bunch of stupid shit and doing drugs and not being the best individual. When I was in elementary school, I was one of those kids that was obsessed with the Army. And because both my grandfathers served, and I just liked that shit. And then, so one day I was sitting around and I was like, I'm about to graduate and I'm kind of not doing anything. What should I do? And I contacted a recruiter, and I enlisted in the U.S. Army as an 11 Bravo, which is infantry. And I shipped off. I started off as a rifleman carrying an M4, and then I had an AT-4 rocket launcher. I rode dirt bikes when I was growing up, like beginning of high school, and then I fell out of it. I got a motorcycle because I wanted one, and for 2, I had a suspended license because I found a really nice used Porsche. It was a 2006 Cayman S in Hawaii, and Hawaii has really, really, really low speed limits, and I have a decently fast car and a lot of balls. And so that got me in trouble, and then I had a suspended license, and I was like, well, I need to get around. So that's when I got a motorcycle. Then I got the R7. I got bored of that, got an R6, and then now I have the S1K. And then I got back into dirt bikes about 6-ish months ago.
I do applaud BMW for making a bike that like feels a lot like the cars.
Yes, dude, yes, bro. That's what I tell people. They're like, what does it feel like? It feels like fucking BMW. It feels like BMW. You want to know? And then I drove an M4. And I swapped my buddy. I drove his M4 CS, and he rode my S1K. And I was like, this feels like the S1K.
Literally.
And he's like, this feels like the M4. The way that you get on the throttle on those the M cars, and you let off, and it just decelerates, right? It's like it feels like a bike.
How do you feel? You feel warm? You feel like cold?
Well, I could be warmer, but it's alright.
Okay, well, it could be warmer. That's how I've been feeling about this entire trip, dude. Daily riding the bike.
Well, you keep coming when it's cold out.
I can't control the weather.
Come in August. You know how warm it'll be? It'll be 80 degrees every day, sunny t-shirt riding.
Well, at that point, I'm like, I might as well just stay in Ohio, because August is when it's nice where I'm from.
Or you can come enjoy San Diego summer. I can get you on a fishing pole and go shore fish and get faded.
I need more friends out here. Like, no offense to you guys. You and CJ have been great. Love you guys. But I need more friends. Like, I just need more, I need more people to hang out with.
Yeah, I feel it.
Because you guys get busy. And dude, look at the brake hold.
Honestly, dude, I kind of want to stop and stretch for a second.
Yeah, sure.
At this next light.
In the handicap spot? Bastard.
Oh my god. So bad.
Telling me. I'm getting to that point in my life where I feel like the sport bikes are starting to hurt.
No way this dude is touching his bare headers.
The bits up. The heated grips ain't doing it.
Dude, the heated grips are when they're on the highway and you don't take your hands off of them, they're a godsend.
Dude, so I get tagged in all the time of these dudes. They're like, oh, Matthew Woods is a liberal. He's secretly a liberal.
I get comments on my videos. Is Matthew Woods a liberal?
It's so bizarre.
Matthew Woods is an old school Democrat.
What is that supposed to mean?
A good Democrat, brother, not the crazy ones that walk around today. You're what the Democratic Party used to be. I'm not saying the very old one that for slavery. I'm talking. That's a very old Democratic Party.
Yeah, it's weird to me. I get tagged in these videos all the time. They're usually by these like the type of bike talker accounts I'm talking about, right?
Soft hands, boy.
Yeah, that type of stuff, which I get, but like
you're good.
You're good. Oh, does she need help?
You're good. Dude, it is just cute.
Do they need help?
No, she's just fucking scared, bro. Look to your right. That's historic Old Town.
Right in here?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
And then we're gonna eat over here. Cafe.
Lovely. Yeah, I don't think it's hard to figure out that I'm a liberal, though. I mean, it's like pretty obvious.
Yeah.
It's not like a conspiracy thing. I don't hide it.
Gay for sure, dude.
Yeah, he's got me. I'm back. Well, we're back. All right, lead the way, my good sir.
Go left.
Yeah, right into the Charger or Challenger, whatever.
Actually, that's a Challenger.
Actually, watch out. I kind of messed up talking to Eve about that.
Yeah.
It's like because I tried to do. My mom tried to, tried to raise me right in some respects. Like whenever I pick them up in my truck, I open the doors for them and I try to do everything right, and like as a man should. Yeah. Like my mom tried to tell them, and Eve's just funny because they try to set gender barrier type thing. So they're always trying to beat me and shit. It's so funny. That's funny. It's cute. I mean, it's really awesome. It's funny. I'd actually prefer that over them just expecting me to do it every time. But
yeah, no, that's what my girl is. She doesn't care about none of that. But when I do it, she appreciates it.
Yeah, I can tell I'm missing them a little bit. Yeah,
I can pop up second and 25 on my bike.
How did that go?
It works just fine.
Until
I pull up second gear.
I'm not trying to tease you, bro. You didn't build the bike. Yes, it's not your fault.
I know. I understand. It sucks.
That's what I try to say about the S1K. It's a great bike until it isn't. I watched S1K's Rocket's video, dude. Just like he's literally riding at the speed limit, 60 miles an hour. Yeah. And you can just hear it slowly just give up on life. Yep. That's what I was gonna do with the M1K. I really wanted to just like have it break on me all the time, and I could have unlimited content with that. People want to see me in misery, bro. They want to see me having a bad time. I'm gonna cut out. Go for it. No one. This is what I've been saying. No one wants to watch a dude win all the time. They want to watch a dude lose.
Yeah, that's why they're preying on your downfall now.
They've been preying on my downfall ever since I started social media. People, that's what I'm saying. People don't want to watch a dude win all the time. They want to watch a dude lose. They don't want to see a young dude winning at life every time because that's just unrealistic. That's really hard to relate to. I don't know about you, but if my TV show I'm watching, if the content I'm watching is just some dude winning at every turn, it gets a little bit boring. You don't want to watch that. You need to watch somebody lose every once in a while. And so yeah, we'll have our ups on this channel. We, sometimes buy a motorcycle and it's like happy for a little bit, but then something happens, whether it's to me or somebody around me. Like there's always something bad going on. It's okay to show that off too. Life's not all sunshines and rainbows, unfortunately. I wish it was, but it's not.
Just put it in that little crossed out spot by the stairs.
Gotcha. So our main goal is so the guy who lent me this bike, I promised him I would return this bike in better condition than what I got it. And what I'm noticing right now is the chain's a little loose on this bike. And so tighten this chain back up, which is a very easy thing to do if you guys don't know how to do it. We know how to do it. Tighten that chain up so that way this bike will be running more proper for when we return this bike to the man who owns it.
And then you can just put it lengthwise right in front. Because we're gonna pop the back wheel up.
All right, cool. Word.
And then I'm positive that it's 130 newton meters.
Well, you don't need to torque it to undo it.
No, I know.
I think it's easier to do this off the stand. All right, word, you got it. You got it, buddy. So this is how you maintain your chain, or how you're supposed to at least. It's really easy. You pop it up on a stand, you crack the nut here.
So what you have here is your axle nut. You need to loosen your axle nut. And then you have a locking nut and the adjuster nut. You can break the locking nut on both sides and then adjust it.
You can literally see this chain right here is, that's pretty loose. And that's literally how I was given the bike. So we want to tighten that up, get it to these clearances right here. We're going to measure this bike out, make sure it's perfect. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we got the chain all nice and tight within factory specs. That way we were returning this bike better than what we were giving it. So that was today's ride. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit the like button if you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to Hayden because he's been a lovely person to ride with today. Yeah. Anyway, that's been it. So see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.